Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Insights. Today, we will talk about a very interesting topic, International Men's Day and World Toilet Day. You may not know this, but both events take place on the same date, November 19th. Many people celebrate this day without understanding its real meaning. So in this video, we will explore the history, the purpose, and the surprising facts behind November 19th. I will explain everything in simple English, so you can listen, learn, and improve your skills. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The Origin of International Men's Day. International Men's Day, or IMD, is celebrated every year on November 19th. This special day began in 1999 when a man from Trinidad and Tobago named Dr. Jerome Tilak Singh wanted to create a positive day for men. He noticed that the world already had International Women's Day, but there was no similar day for men. He believed that men also needed a day to reflect on their roles, responsibilities, and challenges in society. Dr. Tilak Singh chose November 19th because it was his father's birthday. His father was an important role model in his life, kind, responsible, and hardworking. Dr. Tilak Singh believed that men like his father should be honored, and he wanted to encourage more men to become positive examples in their families and communities. International Men's Day is not about giving men more power or celebrating manhood in a proud or competitive way. Instead, it focuses on improving men's health, promoting positive male role models, and encouraging equality between men and women. The day also helps people understand the pressure and expectations that many men face, such as being strong all the time or hiding their emotions. Today, International Men's Day is celebrated in more than 80 countries around the world. Many schools, organizations, and community groups hold events, talks, and activities to discuss topics like mental health, fatherhood, work-life balance, and healthy relationships. Some events highlight men who contribute positively to society: teachers, doctors, fathers, volunteers, and everyday heroes. One important goal of International Men's Day is to break harmful stereotypes. For example, many people believe that men should not cry or show weakness, but this thinking can hurt men's mental health. On International Men's Day, people are encouraged to talk openly about emotions, to listen to each other, and to support men who may be struggling. Another important part of this day is raising awareness about health problems that affect men, such as heart disease, prostate cancer, depression, and suicide. In many countries, men do not visit doctors as often as women. International Men's Day reminds men to take care of themselves and to seek help when needed. Overall, the origin of International Men's Day shows that the day is meaningful and necessary. It is not just another date on the calendar. It is a global reminder that men also need support, understanding, and appreciation. And it encourages men to make positive changes in their lives and communities. Part 2. The origin of World Toilet Day. World Toilet Day may sound funny at first, but its origin is actually very serious and important. This day was created to help people understand one of the biggest problems in the world. Billions of people still do not have access to safe and clean toilets. Without proper toilets, many families face sickness, danger, and even death. Because of this, World Toilet Day was created to raise awareness and encourage action. The story of World Toilet Day began in 2001 when a man named Jack Sim from Singapore founded the World Toilet Organization. Jack Sim believed that people should talk openly about sanitation, even if the topic feels embarrassing. He knew that silence only made the problem worse. He wanted the world to understand that toilets are not just about comfort, they are about health, safety, and dignity. So, he chose November 19th as a day to start conversations and to highlight the global sanitation crisis. For many years, World Toilet Day was celebrated by the organization and by supporters around the world, but it was not an official global day yet. People organized events, shared information, and encouraged governments to pay attention to sanitation issues. The World Toilet Organization kept asking the United Nations to recognize the day because they believed that a UN-approved day would help create bigger change. Finally, after more than 10 years of effort, something important happened. In 2013, the United Nations General Assembly officially declared November 19th as World Toilet Day. This was a big victory for everyone working in sanitation. It means that the world now had a special day dedicated to clean water, hygiene, and safe toilet. The United Nations chose this date because it was already widely recognized by activists, so it made sense to keep it. But why is this day so necessary? The answer is simple. The sanitation crisis is still huge. Even today, around 3.5 billion people do not have safe toilets. Many people must use dirty shared toilets, open fields, or unsafe spaces. This causes diseases like diarrhea, cholera, and typhoid. Children are especially at risk, and many die each year because of poor sanitation. Women and girls also face danger when they do not have private, safe toilets, especially at night. World Toilet Day reminds governments, communities, and individuals that sanitation is a basic human right. It teaches us that toilets protect our health, keep our environment clean, help children stay in school, and give women safety and dignity. Every year, the United Nations chooses a theme to help people learn more about the issue, such as valuing toilets, leaving no one behind, or sustainable sanitation. The origin of World Toilet Day shows that one simple idea, talking about toilets, can lead to global awareness and real change. It proves that even topics that seem silly at first can be powerful when they help people live healthier and safer lives. Part 3. Why these two days share the same date. Many people wonder, why do International Men's Day and World Toilet Day share the same date? Is it a joke? Did someone choose this on purpose? The answer is no, it was not planned. Both days developed independently for different reason, and the date overlap is just a coincidence. International Men's Day began first in 1999. Meanwhile, World Toilet Day started as an unofficial event from 2001, celebrated by sanitation activists. When the United Nations made it official in 2013, they simply kept the original date, November 19th. They did not change it because people already recognized the day. However, the coincidence has created a lot of jokes on the internet. Some people say things like, "Men and toilets, what a funny combination." Others make memes suggesting that the 2 days are connected. But actually, there is no real link between them. Still, the shared date has also created opportunities. Some organizations use November 19th to talk about topics related to both men and sanitation. For example, they highlight how many men work in construction, plumbing, and sanitation systems, helping to build safe toilets and water systems. Others discuss men's health issues like prostate problems, which involve the urinary system. In some countries, people use humor to start serious discussions. They say that if people are laughing about World Toilet Day, at least they are paying attention, and this can help spread information about sanitation problems. The shared date also teaches us another lesson. Just because two celebrations fall on the same day does not mean they are related. There are many examples like this. For instance, World Smile Day and German Unity Day sometimes fall close together, but they have nothing in common. Dates on a calendar can overlap simply because there are many global events. November 19th became a double event day, and now it is famous for being unique. Some people even call it the most unusual international day of the year. But instead of thinking of it as strange, we can think of it as meaningful. It is a day to show appreciation for men and also to talk about global health issues. In the end, it doesn't matter that the two topics are different. What matters is that both of them are important. International Men's Day reminds us to support men, while World Toilet Day reminds us that sanitation is essential for everyone. Part 4. Common Misunderstandings and Funny Reactions. Because the two events share the same date, many people misunderstand their meaning. Some think International Men's Day is a joke. Others think World Toilet Day is not serious. But both of these ideas are wrong. One common misunderstanding is that International Men's Day was created to balance International Women's Day or to compete with it. Some people mistakenly believe that men wanted their own day just because women had one. But as we learned earlier, the day was created to focus on men's health, positive role models, and gender equality, not competition. Another misunderstanding is that World Toilet Day is just a funny social media trend. People often post memes, jokes, or toilet emojis on this day. While humor can be fun, it sometimes makes people forget the serious purpose behind the day. The goal is to draw attention to global sanitation problems, not to make people laugh. Still, humor can be useful. Many organizations use funny posters, cartoons, or slogans to get people's attention. They say that if people are laughing, at least they are listening. For example, one campaign used the slogan, "Don't let the world go down the toilet." Another said, "Toilets save lives, even if we don't talk about them." Social media is full of reactions. On November 19th, some users celebrate International Men's Day by thanking their fathers, brothers, or male friends. Others share messages about men's mental health. And at the same time, people post jokes about toilets, bathroom signs, or funny toilet designs. Some people also mix the two events together. They share jokes like, "Happy International Men's Toilet Day," or "Today, we celebrate men and toilets, the two things we use every day." Although these memes are not accurate, they make the day more visible online. There are also misunderstandings in schools. Sometimes teachers only talk about one event and forget the other. Sometimes students confuse the two events and think they are connected. This shows why education is important. One positive result of the jokes and misunderstandings is that people become curious. They search online for the meaning of World Toilet Day or the purpose of the International Men's Day. When they learn the truth, they may start taking the issues more seriously. Humor is natural, especially when the word toilet is involved. But behind the jokes, November 19th is a day with two meaningful messages: support men and improve global sanitation. If we understand this, we can enjoy the funny parts while still respecting the important ideas. Part 5. The importance of talking about men's health. One of the biggest goals of International Men's Day is to encourage conversations about men's health, especially mental health. In many cultures, men are taught to be strong, silent, and independent. They are often told not to cry, not to ask for help, and not to show weakness. While this may sound like confidence, it can actually be very harmful. Studies from different countries show that men are less likely to visit doctors even when they feel sick. They often ignore symptoms or think their problems will go away on their own. Because of this, many men find out about serious health issues too late. International Men's Day reminds men to go for health checkups and to talk about their concerns. It also encourages families to support their fathers, brothers, husbands, or sons by reminding them to take care of themselves. Mental health is another major topic. Many men experience stress from work, financial pressure, relationships, or family responsibilities, but they often hide their feelings because they don't want to look weak. This can lead to depression, anxiety, or even suicidal thoughts. A famous message used on International Men's Day is, "It's okay to talk." These simple words encourage men to open up, share their feelings, and ask for support. In addition, the day celebrates positive male role models. These are not just famous athletes or movie stars. A positive role model can be a teacher who helps students, a father who takes care of his family, or a friend who listens and supports others. These examples show that being a good man is not about being perfect. It is about kindness, responsibility, and respect. International Men's Day also talks about the role of men in creating gender equality. Men can help create safer communities, share housework, support women's rights, and raise respectful children. The day reminds us that men and women can work together to build a better world. Another important topic is fatherhood. Many studies show that children grow up happier and more confident when fathers are active in their lives, reading with them, playing with them, and talking with them. International Men's Day celebrates good fathers and encourages men to spend quality time with their families. Overall, the purpose of International Men's Day is not to say that men have more problems than women. It is to say that everyone deserves care and support, and men should not be left behind. Part 6. What we can learn from November 19. After understanding both events, International Men's Day and World Toilet Day, we can learn several important lessons from November 19th. First, it teaches us that health, whether personal or public, is extremely important. Men need to take care of their physical and mental health, and the world needs to make sure everyone has access to clean sanitation. Health is not something we should ignore. Second, November 19th shows that we should not laugh at serious problems. Even if the topic is funny at first, like toilets, the meaning behind it can be life-changing. Billions of people still suffer from poor sanitation. When we learn about their struggles, we understand how lucky we are to have clean bathrooms. Third, we learn that conversations can change the world. Talking about men's emotions can reduce depression. Talking about toilets can improve sanitation. Talking about equality can create better relationships. Communication is a powerful tool. Fourth, we see that every person, no matter who they are, plays an important role in society. Men can be strong leaders, caring fathers, supportive partners, kind friends, and responsible citizens. When men feel supported, they can support others too. Fifth, the coincidence of the 2 days reminds us not to judge things too quickly. At first, the idea of World Toilet Day may sound strange, and the overlap with International Men's Day may seem funny. But when we learn the real purpose, we discover that both days carry deep meaning. Sixth, November 19th, teaches us to appreciate everyday things. A clean toilet may seem simple, but it protects our health. A supportive father may seem ordinary, but he shapes the future of his children. Small things can have great value. What can you do on November 19th? Here are a few ideas. Thank the men in your life who support you. Listen to someone who is struggling. Learn something about mental health. Keep your bathroom clean, and encourage others to do the same. Share information about sanitation to raise awareness. Use humor responsibly. Laugh, but also learn. In the end, November 19th is not just a date. It is a day full of meaning, learning, and reflection. It helps us understand the importance of health, equality, and simple human kindness. No matter where you live or who you are, this day invites you to think about yourself, your family, your community, and the world.